Hey Capricorn, how are you? This is Mary Ellen coming to you from Moonrise Cottage Soul Tarot for your heart and soul reading for the week of November 25th. And it's just dawning on me. Oh, yeah, that's Thanksgiving week here in the United States. So I hope everybody has a wonderful holiday. Got some really deep readings this week again. My guides just keep saying we're all in the vice. We all know what's happening with the astrology. If you don't know, go check it out. Some intense moments. If you look at the news, you can understand what's happening with the planets, okay? So, Cappy, beautiful reading for you. This continues to come out, this notion of healing. This is the renewer of devotion. It is about sacred healing on the level of your soul. So, we are talking primarily about your human life, but this is what the guides want to talk about. So, that's the sacred triple brotherhood, the triple goddess. It's about a soul going through the tripartite cycle of its existence and the sacred healing that is meant to come and evolve out of that circular pattern, the cycle of your own soul, and how it affects your human life, of course. And Cappy, we all know this is you, okay? So you have become the touchstone of truth in your own life. This is the counselor of truth. Both of these are major arcana. This would be the beautiful hermit who goes deep inside in order to look for what is meant to be known. And you've been doing it for years because you've had Pluto in your first house and you're coming to the end of this journey. I think it's a couple more years, truthfully, but we're coming into 2020. The point of all this was to prepare all of us, especially you, Capricorn, as the host of Pluto, to rise into your position of power and strength through a lot of planetary shift and change that brought a lot of troubles. I mean, it just did. I'm not sugarcoating it for anybody. For a lot of Capricorns, it was shredding your form and creating something new so that you could come into the fullness of your power. And it looks like you're stationing there. So I like this. Is really interesting. And this is Coventina, the sacred mingler of energy, and that's you. You see that vessel that she's got her whole attention on? That's you. You see the energy bubbling up? This is the Temperance card. So these things that you're going through, this healing that's bringing you into the fullness of your power to become a touchstone of truth in your own life, that's the temperance that's going on. And look at this. This is what's moving off, Cappy. Okay? That's the Five of Swords. So this notion of being hurt by the battles that happen and people walking away and the way the pain trickles down into the flow of life. So this is a little story about two warriors that had a spell on them and they had to fight to the death every day. And then, they loved each other. They didn't want it to happen. One would tend to the wounds of the other. And in the morning they would start again. And eventually they were released. Look at that. The warrior of knowledge. This is about a young man. He had to do battle with a massive beast in order to get his true love to be by his side. He had no shoes, no weapons, nothing. There was something tangled up in the mane of this wild beast, and it was the hair combs and the scissors and the personal things that belonged to his love. So he got sent out to collect those things and bring them back. And of course, it was a princess, those kind of things. So that's the way you've been doing battle. You've been trying to collect the artifacts and free yourself from this battle that's going on in the universe that you didn't really want in your human life. But you did volunteer to come here, Cappy, didn't you? To be here for these moments because you're leading the earth forward. All of us going through the vice. Pluto and Saturn and Capricorn coming into conjunction in just really a mere few weeks away. So you're going to be released. All right, that's the Eight of Swords. It's about being in, my guides keep saying, the vice, in the sacred vice, right? You see that hawk has a rope around this person who's slumbering. It's a little bit, in this deck, it's a little bit of a Rip Van Winkle story, but basically all the anxiety that you've been through, all right? All the things that you're fearful of, all the battles that you've been through, like that. It's just brought to so many Capricorns, horrific, shredding changes, anxiety. But you're going to be breaking free from that now, because look what's right above it. Just see what's coming out. That's you, Capricorn. Okay, that's a quest of art, the artful quest that you've literally been on. This is about your heart and soul level. Okay, so we see the salmon of all wisdom. Just see what's happening here, Cappy. You're coming out of it. You're waking up from this bad dream. Things are, by turns, my guides are saying, getting better and better. That's the Ten of Cups. So you are, because you are being renewed, and you've become the touchstone of truth in your own life because of this really difficult journey. Temperance is now being applied to it. You're going to be moving past this, and certainly on a soul level, Ten of Cups, you come in to the knowledge and the abundance that you're meant to have as a result, the fruits of the journey, my guides are saying, and you're discovering something about yourself and your own heart. This is the quest that the universe has been on, that you volunteered for. Whether hopefully, that's what my belief system says. Ooh, that was interesting. All right, so clearly they want me to talk about these two things. That's the Justice card. You're coming into your justice, Cappy, because you have become the counselor of truth in your life, and you can stand in this world, the universe now. That's part of the skill set that you've developed, and it's filled with love and compassion, which is what that's about. Becoming compassionate for the whole universe. So this is, as we know, you are the sea goat. That's the sacred goddess Elena. She is, my guys just said she's a fairy. She is the goddess that sings the songs to help guide seafaring vessels safely into the port. Now I'm getting all choked up. My heart chakra's cracking open, okay? So there's a lot of emotion around this. You're able to stand and withstand the forces of the universe. My guides just said Hercules. You're like Hercules now. You've grown so strong and so powerful and so vested and filled with love energy because of this journey you've been on. Look at this. That's the Knight of Cups. He's standing outside the Sacred Passage tomb at Newgrange. So he's been through his birth and death and rebirth process. And once again, I want to show you something. Do you see his hand? You see the energy in his hand? That's what he uses to do battle. Love energy. And his deepest desire is to move forward. So on a soul level, Cappies, that's what you've been engaged in. Look at these columns, right? All this fighting, all these challenges, the warrior of knowledge. It has been about coming into knowledge through doing these sacred battles. It's been a courtship in a way. And so check it out. Look at that. That's the Queen of Pentacles. That's the outcome card. In this deck, we see the Queen of Pentacles depicted as the sacred grandmother, the universal grandmother, who sits suspended in the universe. And what she's literally doing is weaving together the strings, the tapestry that my guides talk about, of her sacred lineage, her grandchildren, her children, her family. And so, Cappy, two things. That's what the universe is intending for you. That's the energy that's going on while all this other stuff is swirling around you. That's the intention. So just know, and she looks straight into the sacred bowl of healing. So, with all that being said, do you see that? Really rooted and wound together tight with the tree of life, all of humanity. That's the strength of your energy. And we're also here to talk about your heart and soul and your love life. So check it out, right? This is going on all these many years, assisted by the cycles of the moon. So whoever it is you have in your life might be a water sign, might be somebody who's very sensitive to the cycles of the moon. And it may be on the cycles of the moon that this person has come into your life or will come into your life, because you are an earth sign, but you're also a water sign as the sea goat. So you're very sturdy, you're very strong, aren't you? You can face almost any battle, Capricorn. But when it comes to love, it's a quest. And we know that you want to be bonded in this way. It has to feel really solid, really bonded, mystical, beautiful, tender, right? 10 of Cups, Capricorn, or it doesn't work for you, right? We know that about you. So check out your partner. Okay, my guides are saying, is there anything else you want to know? Just look at the photo. The pearl, the sacred pearl of wisdom, threaded together with somebody. Look at that. It's quite beautiful, and it comes straight out. It lives out in the universe. That's one of the things I like about this. So some kind of mystical threading with another person, and their shamanic energy is the staff. So I want you to look close. Let me hold this up for you if I am able to do it. Check this out. Look at the threading there, the helix. Do you see that? Whoever this person is, they're fierce. They got it together. They know what they need to know. And they are mystical. This is really intense. So, a general reading, the staff is about being grounded, having shamanic knowledge, being able to wield it, being strong enough to wield the shaman's staff. That is somebody who does not mess around. So when you're threaded together with somebody like that, and we see this notion of being threaded together in the helix and things being wound together twice in one reading, some of you really are with someone who's a sacred mate. Absolutely, my guides call that your quantum other. Some people call it soulmate, some people call it twin flame. That it doesn't matter. You'll understand the term. So whoever this person is, they intend to make this garden grow. Very definitely. And like my guides just were talking about with the staff, they are standing in their power. They are standing in their abundance. They have the strength and the ability and the knowledge to wield the staff. And they know that you are threaded together. It is what brings them this abundance that they stand in these sacred moments as we come through, inching together with Saturn and Pluto in your sign. Look at this. This is how sacred that person is. You might actually be with someone who's a seer, or my guides sometimes say soothsayer, someone who is very spiritually active and able to go really deep. My guides are talking about divination, things like that. So we see the sacred high priestess who sits at the sacred gate to the temple. She's the guardian of the gateway. She's the guardian of truth. She's the guardian of the sacred knowledge, right? And the hermit standing right next to her. So it's really interesting the way this person is going deep to shine a light on what they desire in this relationship and how to pull that forward. And they are using shamanic energy very clearly. I believe it really clearly because they know something. You might have somebody who says, I remember you from a past life. I recognize you. There's something about you. And a lot of people are experiencing that because we're starting to step into the 4D and the 5D. We're starting to be able to sort of step in and out. So I think that's part of what's happening. And whoever this person is, they want to grow this garden, this very tender, really deep, psychically connected. I've got a little sheet here today, and it's causing a little problem because of the way it's wrinkled. Nonetheless, look, might be an earth sign, okay? We see all these pentacles here. We see the hermit here. Could be an earth sign, might be a Virgo, don't know. You will have to tell me. But you know what? This person is stable. Again, my guides are talking about the staff. They are very stable in and of themselves in some way, and they're very invested and involved in the sacred realm. So they're wise enough to go slowly. They know they have something to offer you and they want to build something. And what they're offering you on some level is an awakening. It's how this relationship is affecting them, but I think it's what they have to offer. Their presence may literally be causing you to have an awakening. Certainly it's happening for them. They have all the skills they need to manage that, so don't worry about it. Okay? it's interesting. Look at you. My guides are saying do this. Okay, look. Look at that. Okay, gang? You can do it. You continue, always important. Work on your own life, work on your own soul journey, work on yourself, let the temperance come, move past the challenges, whatever they are. Know there's a sacred unfolding going on because this person is literally connecting with the universe to jump into this journey. So they're considering it their own journey, and yet they have things to speak to you about. I think they're making an offer. Will you jump off the cliff with me? Let's build something. It might be really terrifying if we're both having an awakening, but take a deep breath. Let's jump. My guides are saying, let's go, babe. Let's jump, baby. That kind of a thing, right? So look, that's their intention. They have the full intention to ride into the town square shouting their love out to the world and claiming victory. Okay? So there's a lot of grounded energy here, a lot of passion, and a lot of love. I'm very happy, Capricorn. If anybody deserves this, it is certainly you. It certainly really truly is. So let's pick from the runes for the week of November 25th for beautiful Capricorn. What have we got here? Look. That's the rune for breakthrough, for daylight. It's the next to the final rune for the cycle of initiation. See how it looks like a butterfly? There's a purpose in that. You are going to have your awakening. You're going to break through whatever this is about because the universe is weaving together your destiny for sacred healing because you've already come through the battles. This is how you feel about it. You want it to be over. You don't want to fight anymore. You just want to collect the sacred things that you need to collect and head home. Okay? That's what this is really about. And it's the beast that you're doing battle with is knowledge. It's about sacred knowledge, and we see it all over the reading. So Capricorn, I love that. Let's grab something for your beautiful other, whoever it is. Again, like all readers say, general reading could be anybody in your life. Truly, think widely because when we move into 4D and we start stepping in and out of 3D to 4D and back, you're going to have the capacity to connect with people on a much deeper level. So it might just be that somebody's showing up that you're threaded together with in a sacred way. Might not be a love relationship. So I beg everyone, please remain open to all possibilities there. Look at that. Do you see that? So there, new growth going on. The fruit-bearing branch. So I love this. I'm going to put it right there next to your lover. Things are definitely moving on. Your destiny is shifting and changing. You're coming through the hardest days. And I think when we round the corner and we get into like February, March, I just think things are just going to open up for you because you're having the final stages of this massive battle with a beast, the beast of Pluto in your first house. And the gifts are being received now because you are being literally wound together in a very mirror way with somebody else. Really connected. I love it. So, Cappy, have a wonderful week. Enjoy Thanksgiving holiday if you're in the U.S. And as always, drop me some messages. Let me know what's going on. And to whoever this cross watcher is, I want to hear from y'all. Okay? Holy cow! Tell me what you're experiencing because there's no denying it, right? If you're the cross watcher and you're loving a Capricorn, you just know. You don't have to. In a sense, you don't even really have to say anything about it because you know so deeply. But you are going to be communicating very deeply with yourself, with the sacred realm, and with this person because you want them to leap with you. Okay? That's the victory. So, gang, click the like button for me. That really does help the channel in ways that you can't imagine. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week, okay? Thanks, everybody. Hugs and kisses. Enjoy your Thanksgiving. Enjoy your family. It's going to be a beautiful week for you, Capricorn.